What's up, tricksters and tricksetas, and welcome to another free VOD review presented by our favorite reading coach, CHARLATAN. Today at our coaching table, we have our friend Techno. He is a Platinum Diamond Gold Reyna Jet main. Now, why do I say Gold, Platinum, Diamond? Because only God knows, which enemies he gets. Like, his peak is like Diamond 2, Diamond 3, but his second account, and on this account he peaked like Diamond 2, but he's playing in Platinum with some Gold and Diamond and like, I don't know, literally. So we're just gonna call this a Platinum 3 VOD review, or a Platinum VOD review, like, consider this like a Platinum lobby, to be honest. Now, our friend Techno, got a free VOD review through one of my coaching plans. Well, I'm not gonna go too deep into it. And he's playing Reyna on Abyss. Now, I usually don't review Reyna VODs because they're so simple, so stupid. But this is gonna be an exception because the main thing that he wants to focus on is better positioning and better gunfights. So we're just gonna focus mainly on gunfights and positioning in this VOD review. How much is harder is low immortal than mid diamond? There's not that much of a diff. I mean, it's harder, but not for the reasons that you would expect to be harder. Either rolling his eyes to any Reyna VOD. I don't even remember when I did like a Reyna VOD review ever. Okay, so we're playing on Abyss. First of all, on Abysmal, your default site number 1 priority is B site, number 2 priority A site, number 3 priority mid area of the map. So in the first 4 to 6 rounds, you need to persuade your solo queue teammates to play together as 5, pick up the spike, and just tell them where to go and what to do. Now, if enemies have like 0 hardcore sentinels, so what are not the hardcore sentinels? Chamber and Veto. Every other sentinel is a hardcore sentinel. Then, simply 3 rounds in a row, do a 5-man push onto B site, and in a 4th round, you can fake B, go A, or fake A, go B, for an example. If enemies have 1 or more hardcore sentinels, once again, go B, because it's just better. Like, if that sentinel is playing on the A site, you're gonna be cooked with your random solo queue teammates that need to travel through this tight position right here. Mid area of Abyss, you should mainly touch if your 5-man executes on B and A are not working at all. We can also use the mid area of the map to maybe lurk, flank, split the map when we see the right timing to do something like that. Whenever you're playing some kind of an eco round, you can maybe default search for the picks, or maybe you can go for the 5-man push onto the A site. Whenever like enemies are eco halby or bonus, avoid this part of the map, and just do a regular 5-man push on A. Now with Reyna in the first round of Abysmal,
Surprise, motherfucker.
Leto, thank you for the prime summon and thank you for enjoy the playbook. Now, when it comes to the Reyna in the first round, basically this is what you should buy. Just a moment, let me illustrate. So with Reyna Flash in the first round on the attacker side is a bit better than getting Devour, but it's really up to you, and it's really up to the team composition that you have at that moment of time. So if you already have some dive agents, flash agents in your team, you can go for the Ghost, Devour, Bandit, Devour. But if you think, you will have to take the charge, and you think that this flash might be valuable for you to take space and engage enemies on A side, B side, whatever, get a flash. Simple as that. Now, with Reyna, what's really, really important is, first of all, obviously, your raw mechanics. Second thing that is important is your pathing and positioning. And the third thing that's important is that, you know, even though you're playing aim agent, you should be abusing every single weapon and strategy in this video game. Now, let's see what our friend is going to do in the first round, and then we're going to start from that point, moving forward. Do you have to be over end run as long as you have permission from your parents? Like, I'm fine. How can I access the rank playbook if I'm subscribed on TikTok? Connect your TikTok account with your Discord account in the Discord settings, and you will get the access automatically. Who is the best tanky character? I play Billy right now. Abrams probably, like, Abrams is really good still. Abrams, Billy would be my top 2 picks. Are you good at CS2? Yes. Now, better than in Valorant right now. Okay, Techno, what do we do? So, enemies have Chamber and Vice. In this first round, we need to go B. Because if Vice has the A setup, we are cooked. Essentially. Like, chances that your teammates make some kind of a mistake and they die like a potatoes is super duper high. And anyways, like, you know, what's a very usual common setup on Abyss is that Chamber player is gonna be the B player, Vice player is gonna be the A player. We can expect Brimstone to be mid, and these two are unknown factors because I really have no idea, you know, probably...
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Yo, Leto, thank you for the 100 bits, man. I have no idea, you know. Tejo might play A, but only God knows if he's gonna do that. Now, when it comes to your team comp is not really the best, you know. We really need to pay attention, like, where our Vice is gonna be placing her walls. Like, these walls are gonna be very important. We have Gecko, Flash, and Utility. Your Flash, Jet to go in. I mean, you know, standard ranked BS team composition. Now, as already mentioned, like in this first round, before you even start the match, like you need to have some kind of a plan for yourself and for your team. Now, this plan to go A is a really bad plan. Really bad plan. Okay. Mistake number 1. So, first of all, whenever you're fighting the enemies in the aiming area of the map, you always want to peek the enemies from this bench right here, diagonally like this. Mistake number 2, especially in the first round, you should not be wasting your time spamming this box with a semi-automatic weapon. Instead of doing that, you should be scaling forward, playing with your jet, clearing this position, and getting ready to pick up the fights with your most aggressive teammates. The only times when you do this type of a spam is if you notice that enemies like to pick a timing where they wait here and then they do this, but we don't know about that because it's the first round of the match. And the second time when you should be spamming the box, if you know, if enemies peek you, they go back, you try to get a kill, that's it. But here, you cannot be losing your timing to play with a jet, spamming this box randomly based on absolutely no information whatsoever. Instead of spamming the box and reloading the weapon, we should have been ready for this chamber peek and this chamber fight.
Reloading. Reloading. Up the way. Dizzy has target. Wingman's planting.
One up heaven.
Wingman's down.
Spike down A.
Once again, like, especially when you're playing an agent such as Reyna, like, you cannot be losing the timing and spacing to play with your teammates like this. You just can't. Like, if your Vice is running her life down in the CT area of the map, you need to be ready for this refrag. Especially in a 4v3. Okay, we took a site with, killed the chamber somehow. The enemy jet fell off the map as well. I don't know how that happened, but it happens, I guess. So you ended up in a 4v3 magically. Literally, magic, Nokia, connects people, helped you here, and you decided to throw that advantage. Here, you know, you see that your Vice is scaling right. Move forward. Like, but by the time that your Vice was here, you needed to already be in a position like this, ready to swing out as soon as the Vice takes a fight. What's really important with the Reyna, because you don't have that much utility and that many options to support your teammates, is proper team play. Like, you need to consistently be in a fight with your teammates and consistently analyzing which one of your teammates has the highest chance of dying, so you can actually fight together with them and abuse any advantage or refrag potential that you can have at that moment of time.
Spike down A.
This was also absolute BS. Listen.
Spike down A.
Like, whenever you know the exact location of an enemy, and that enemy already doesn't know your position or your location, you already can have a tremendously good crosshair placement for that enemy. You always want to engage that enemy with your movement instead of waiting for that enemy to destroy you with a peeker's advantage. Here on the minimap, you know exactly that enemy Brimstone is here on the stairs. Instantly, we go for a refrag and we try to pick that fight. It's not a fight that you need to pick. You know, you can also bail out, take this angle, play a bit safer, you know, and play this 3v3 post plant with your teammates. But, you know, since you already hit your location, you walked all the way here, Brimstone is not anticipating your peak and the second enemy going for this type of a swing. You should take that opportunity. Like, whenever you reach some position in Valorant, by, you know, giving zero info towards the enemies at that moment of time, you should be abusing that advantage. You know, you should not be waiting for this Brimstone to, you know, clear the angles, jump spot you or something like that. You need to swing out, because you have an advantage in that fight. Here, we have absolutely zero advantage. Do we win this?
Stand.
Listen, now in the second round, you know, the best idea is definitely to go A again. Reason is very simple. Vice played the first round on B. Plus, we're playing with the eco halberd weapons. Like, the worst thing you can do in the second round of Abyss, second eco round, is go mid. Or you have some teammates going mid. Like, this second round should either be a 5-man push A or a 5-man push B. Now, what should you buy? It really depends how much money you saved, you know, from the previous round. So we have 4,600 credits in this round. You just get a bandit, and that's it. Next round, you're playing with the Vandal. You're playing with a heavy shield. Period. Like, I really don't see a reason why would you sacrifice so much of your economy in this round just to have a bandit with 2 Leers or a sheriff. It really doesn't, you know, it doesn't make any sense. Plus, on a map such as an Abyss, players really like to play Outlaw quite a lot in the second Antico round. And if they get Outlaws in the bonus round as well, you are not gonna have a fun time. As a matter of fact, you will have a terrible time, essentially, with a light shield in a third bonus round. So, Bandit, we have 2 heals, 2 devours, you know, and we play this round with a Banditos.
My life.
You fucking noob. You are looking to your teammates behind you or the wall.
Oh, we can already see a demonstration of an average ranked solo queue teammate. Now, when you get these type of teammates early on, don't mute them yet. You know, like maybe they still give you some valuable information, but if they are purely toxic throughout the whole match, you just mute them, get them out of your nervous system, and try to focus on refragging them and baiting them and winning this game yourself. Now, what's very important, since this Vice is already toxic, and what's also very important in the first 4 rounds, is that you're navigating your teammates, telling them where to go and what to do. Pick up the spike. Hey guys, let's push A. Hey guys, let's push B. Vice wants to go B alone. It's okay. We can let her, but not with a spike. Obviously. So now the Vice is forcing you to make some kind of a stupid play that we're probably gonna regret if we go B in this round, but we'll see. Also, this option to buy a sheriff with 2 layers is terrible. Terrible economy management for a map such as Abyss and Breeze and those type of long-range maps. Osama, brother, like, just hit me up to Discord messages. I don't know, man, like, what's the problem? Like, I'll explain after the stream. I love that he has instead of the mouse cursor, he has the jet knife.
Stay.
Okay. Listen, in this eco round, your best bet and the best option was to simply play with your teammates on mid. I mean, if your teammates on mid die from the marshals and outlaws, like you lose 3 teammates, it really doesn't matter whatsoever what you're gonna do in the A main and on the A site. So right now you should have just played with a jet, clove, maybe use a leer for them so we can maybe close the gap with the enemies a bit, and then, you know, we'll see how the round is gonna develop. Oh, Mr. Outlaw, we're gonna have a lot of fun time in the round number 3.
Just happening.
This is another reason why you should never go mid ever in the second eco round. Like, this whole idea of you going mid was very poor. You need you need to try. You really need to try leading your teammates in the first 4 rounds in ranked solo queue and trying to persuade them to go somewhere and to do something together. Like, if you don't do that, you cannot complain. Now, 50% of times they're gonna listen to you. 50% of times they're not gonna listen to you. But if you don't try, they're never gonna listen to you.
Gonna flash.
Too low.
Feeling sight.
Too low.
Gonna flash.
Too low.
Feeling sight.
Too low.
But listen, like you know, this overall peak was very horrendous. Like, so basically, Valorant is a game where what was probably one of the most important things in Valorant. The most important thing in Valorant is that you get really, really good at executing fundamentals of this game while becoming also really, really efficient with these fundamentals. So, your peak in Valorant cannot look like this, because you're already losing the timing to micro-correct yourself and be ready for a fight. But your peak in Valorant should and can look like this. So you have minimal micro-corrections and micro-adjustments that you need to do while you're taking that fight, only with the A and D keys. Now, another problem in this fight here, like whenever you're fighting a target that is moving, you also need to be moving as well, and somewhat mimicking in the opposite direction the movement of that target. So essentially, you swing left, Teho goes right, you go right. Teho goes left, right, you go left. And we are strafing and trying to be as hardest possible target to hit at that moment of time. But you swing out and you just spam.
Gonna flash.
Too low. Too low.
3 bullets from the absolutely same location. You're gonna be meeting Jesus Christ in the next few seconds. Anyways, this whole idea to go mid in the anti-eco round was diabolical.
Man, fuck this.
Yeah, I can flash the guy playing close too.
This idea for you to buy 2 Lears and bend it in the second anti-eco round was also diabolical. So, what do we know about the enemies? We know that enemies are a bit more mobile. You know, like they're not going to be playing the same positions. We know for a fact that Teho and Brimstone are mainly the mid players, because we didn't see them on A in the previous round, and they were playing around the mid anyways. They're playing fast rotations. Jet, as we already pre-assumed, she's going to be very mobile. You know, we need to expect the A main peaks, B main peaks, and all of that stuff. Also, Chamber, we need to be expecting any aggressive plays. And based on the previous round, like, we can pre-assume that enemy Vise played on A and Chamber played on B. So once again, in this round, the best idea is to simply go either A or B, you know, without touching a mid area of the map. Hopefully.
Let's fly.
Okay, listen, this Lear right here is totally fine when you know that enemies are fighting aggressively for the A main and, you know, B main area of the map. Anyways, you know, Reyna Lear is one of the weakest flashes in the game, so using it for this purpose is totally fine. Just the problem is, like, we can quite easily just, you know, jump spot this angle, get the info like this, clear this corner, jump spot this, and then, you know, with the flash, go out.
Flashing.
Dropping smokes.
Tail. Get cooking flash out. Watch out backside.
Now, you're playing Reyna. Reyna is a character that doesn't do anything in Valorant. Literally, you have no control of any piece of utility or anything valuable for your team. That's why it's really important for you, when you're playing Reyna, that you're navigating the rest of your teammates to give you proper utility. Now, the teammates in ranked solo queue that you need to navigate in every single match are your controllers. Like, what type of smokes you're getting will heavily dictate and decide what you can do with Reyna as well, and the rest of your team. So, in an anti-bonus round, we cannot have this type of a smoke setup on A side. We can have this smoke setup, where we put a one-way smoke here and a regular smoke for tower. We can have a smoke in the CT as well. But having a smoke here, where the enemies can destroy me with a bonus weapons and with a random peek, no bueno. You play CS a bit, sometimes.
Close left. Close left.
Last player.
Now, to be honest, like, you know, there's nothing that we could have done in this specific round. But as I already mentioned, and I'm gonna mention it one more time, like, your success rate in ranked solo queue, your win rate in ranked solo queue, is heavily gonna be determined by what you do in the first 4 rounds. In the first 4 rounds, you need to navigate your teammates. You need to have a proper set of executes, proper communication. Hold that spike, lead your allies. And you need to lead your teammates based on the map that you're playing and based on team compositions. In my ranked playbook on Discord, I have explained specifically what you should do on every single map in Valorant based on certain team comps and maps. Like on Abyss, you cannot go 2 rounds in a row A and the second eco round on mid against this enemy team composition. Like, you're already setting up yourself for a failure and potential loss of the first 4 rounds, which is absolutely stupid, obviously. Like, against this team comp, doing what we are doing right now, especially considering that you're playing Reyna, a heavily immobile character that can easily get effed up by these agents right here, you lost these rounds by not navigating your teammates properly.
Close left. And then say to B side.
Now, this idea to go B is also stupid in this 4th round. Reason is very simple, like, we should do some kind of a fake. Like, we noticed in the first 3 rounds that enemies are rotating super fast. 2 rounds in a row we pushed A. For 1 round, we pushed mid. Going B right now would be a suicide. Reason is very simple because, you know, if I'm playing in the enemy team and I F'd you up 3 times, 2 times on A and 1 time on mid, I'm instantly going to pre-assume that in the next round, you're going to go B. But we cannot hit A because we know that the Vice is setting up on A right now. So, in this round, hey guys, let's fake A and end up B. Simple as that. Gecko and Jet, can you please fake A, Clove give them the smokes, and you, Vice, and Clove slowly take space on the B side. How you play Valorant on a macro level is mega important when you're playing in these like Diamond, Platinum, Ascendant, Immortal ranks. Like, you know, at the lower skills levels it's not that important, but here it becomes really important. And you need to become a master of manipulation and speechcraft when it comes to talking to your allies.
Looking like a lot more than 2. Looking like a lot more than...
I genuinely don't understand your buy options, you know? But okay, you know, Marshall on the attacker side of Abyss is fine if you want to fight enemies on mid. I don't know, why would you buy a Marshall to fight enemies on A set and A main?
Careful.
This peak is absolutely terrible. Like, whenever you're engaging enemies in A main area of the map, always like this. And then, you know, like, from top of the bench, we can clear the angles. Reason is very simple, like, most of the players have their crosshair right here, your head is all the way there.
Oh, swap back, man, come on. Yes!
Dry peeking this angle without jump spotting it is another Sudoku type of move. You cannot do this. Enemies can be up, down, left, right. This was a crazy peek.
Do you have your guide?
Especially because we already gave the enemies an info that we are in the A main area of the map.
This once. Here, chuck that
One's
shit.
still there.
When is the next Neon coaching? When someone submits a Neon coaching clip.
Oh no! Oh no way! I bricked it, bro. I bricked it.
Yeah. Lucky day. Backside with the knock.
Oh, bro, get going back.
Here, I don't really understand why you're holding, like, we're holding the tower when you know that the enemy chamber with the op is at the backside. We can see his feet right there. Instead of holding tower, like, you know, a much better idea would be dealing with that chamber and trying to get him out with one bullet to the head.
Backside with the knock.
Oh, my God, wait, back door.
Reloading.
That's unlucky.
Wall trip.
Spike
Reloading.
down B.
Left,
Last
left.
player standing.
No headset.
Still could be.
That was an interesting round. We'll play ranked today. Maybe I'll see. Like, I already feel a bit tired. I've been preparing for the trip like the whole day.
Go to flash shortly.
When is the 5-stack coaching? Next Tuesday, when I come back. Now, because we know that chamber has the operator, like, we need to expect the early chamber peak in this B main area of the map. So basically, we should be holding a tight angle like this to push the enemy chamber back and try to, you know, anticipate that peak. We don't need to hold it too wide, just to make him miss a shot and potentially send him to the grave as well. For the first
Wait,
3 seconds.
First of skull office.
Now, these type of plays are mega obvious plays that you need to be aware of. You know, these are not some super high IQ 300 levels type of plays that a player like that is that peak diamond should not be expecting. You see a team composition with a chamber, with a jet. You expect aggressive plays and aggressive peaks in A main, B main, and mid every single round. And in every single one of these positions, we have strict angles and rules how you hold them and how you engage them. So, chamber has an operator on a defender side of B. He's playing B side. We need to hold this angle, and we need to send that chamber to the grave before he kills us. Or, there's another option. Since this play was so predictable, so easy to read, secondary option is telling that chamber that he smells bad. Basically telling your teammates to use utility for you. Gecko, can you use an instant flash, please? I think chamber is gonna peek us aggressively in B main. Gecko fucks your whole family line. He doesn't want to speak with you anymore. No problemo. You're playing Reyna. In that case, simply start the round from the window, dropping this type of a flash. And now, scale out with your teammates. Now, why would I do this, Formula 1 drift? In case that chamber is holding some kind of an off angle, such as this one, right here. He's holding the window. I don't want to risk that bullshit, Like, I would much rather just drop down, jump for this angle, and then start scaling out with a second flash. And with a
Wait
smoke.
first of skull office.
Geralt is on a 105 stream streak.
My god.
Now listen, like these first 5 rounds, you didn't lose because of your mechanics or because of your movement or something like that. You lost it because of the basic rules and basic level knowledge that should be engraved within your gameplay. No matter what type of a mechanics you have. Like, you cannot win these type of fights if you play the first 5 rounds like this, and if you don't anticipate this type of plays and peaks.
Bring that guy heaven, bro. You got to do it, bro. You got
Yo, that's a Rossi, man. How are you? I'm good, bro. I'm on.
Guy's accent is insane. There was
Reyna VOD is crazy. It's gonna be a fast one, definitely.
Here. Let's go.
I have enough for now. I'm gonna jump you close. I'll jump you close.
Here. Catch.
Twice to see.
I don't know, like this idea. Listen, if you're playing below Immortal and you wanna execute the A site that is being defended by the enemy Vice, unless you are playing some kind of a movement agent, such as Omen, Yoru, Jet, Vele, you are not gonna have a fun time. Like, you're putting a lot of trust into this Jet, what she's gonna do. Like, I don't know. Like, in ranked solo queue, you know, when you're playing against this team comp, early on you really wanna abuse B. You wanna use A for mainly faking. You wanna default, or you wanna try some splits through mid. But this, I don't know, is gonna be interesting.
Just try and trip the wall, and then go in.
My ultimate's ready.
Bring me the arsenal.
I got a migraine from this ultimate.
Dropping smokes.
You ulted a bit early there.
Okay, so we know that Vice, Tejo, and Brim are on A right now. Chat, what type of options do we have? Option number 1. We tell 2 of our teammates to stay on this bomb site. You know, we tell Jet and Vice to stay. While you, Clover, and Gecko are slowly going towards the B site and waiting for Jet and Vice to fake. Option number 2, 20-second rule. We wait for 20 seconds to see if any enemies are going to be curious and go for an undisciplined peek to punish them, and wait to see if maybe enemies are going to rotate back to their original positions. Because now, if you do an instant execute onto A site, you're going to be fighting minimum 3 to 4 enemies on A with eco weapons, and that's not going to go well.
Adapt or die.
How? That was a whole lot of nothing.
What's the plan?
One close. We're dumping.
Also, another bad thing that you are doing on a micro level. Why are you staying behind the smoke? Like, you should never be in the line of sight of the enemy's random spray unless you're ready to go out. Like, you should not spend a microsecond in a position like this where enemies can spray you through this smoke. You just hold this and that's it. Or you play here and that's it. Never do this.
That was a whole lot of nothing.
What's the plan?
One close. We're dumping you two, bro. I don't know what's happening.
Cutting their vision.
Close.
Spike down A. Last
Backside.
player standing.
55 backside.
I don't know. Like, you know, this whole match is... It's not really... There's nothing that you can do. You know, like, if this is how we are playing, and this is what we are doing based on the enemy team comp, and based on the map that you're playing. Like, playing Abyss like this, well, obviously you're gonna lose 6 rounds in a row. Like, not you know, no matter... You can be God mechanically, you're still gonna lose these rounds if you play like this. If your team still wanna continue for some reason going A, time to play alone. Time to start lurking and picking the timings. Anyways, we know that enemies like to rotate fast. We can try to pick some flank, some rotations on mid, and try to get some kills. Better than doing this BS, you know, this bullshit.
Okay.
Somehow we did
So, do we mix it up?
everything.
Double down?
Yo, Tom Peng, enjoy the playbook, man.
Motherfucker.
Yo, man.
Let them waste util, bro. We're chilling.
Listen, chat. Never surrender on the half. Are you crazy? Like, no matter how bad you're playing a specific half, maybe enemies are gonna play it 2 times worse. The amount of games that I won and lost from 0-12 and 12-0 in Radiant is a lot. Like, a lot. And if that can happen in Radiant, it can happen in Diamond, Platinum, and Gold as well. I don't know why you are forcing the aces so much as well. Like, now we know that, you know, only in the first round Chamber played A. We know that, you know, Brimstone and Teho are mainly like mid-vents players. Like, we know that Vice has the full setup on A. She's playing super passively. We know that your teammates suck. They're bad. Like, right now, we either fight for some picks on mid, or we try to pick some kind of a timing on B to either take space or get some kills. The problem is, like, yes, when you're playing against the Vice, your default play every single round needs to be what? To break the Vice wall, to bait it out, to jump spot it essentially. But doing that in ranked solo queue, below Radiant, okay, below Immortal, whatever. Too much trust on, you know, onto your teammates that are gonna die everywhere else.
Ándale.
Also, listen, if you already are making footsteps, you know, enemies could have already heard your sound and they know that you're coming. Like, clearing the angle, cutting the pie, makes absolutely no sense. Why would you do that? Why would you risk dying from a jet or chamber that are holding you with the op like this or like this? No reason to. Just jump spot this angle, get the info, and now we can actually fight. You cut the pie and you go in and out when you're keeping your location a secret. When you're shifting with a silent step mechanic. Also, always clear this angle, per favor. And also, your angle peeking is scheiße. Really bad. Like, just look at your movement and look at your crosshair. So crosshair is in the wall. In the wall. Already at this moment of time, an enemy that is at the backside can actually see you because of the angle perception disadvantage. Already here, you know, a guy that is holding with the op from the backside can actually kill you. So what is the solution? Solution is very simple. Like, you just do wider in and outs. Like here, I want to clear this angle, in and out, in and out, in and out. That's it. But just jump spot the angles, you know, like it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, let them do the shit.
Okay.
One heaven plus.
What now? So we baited the wall. Is Via's AFK or no? She's not AFK.
We'll walk
Okay,
up.
we got a kill.
Drop in a
Meet up
smoke.
in. Go from it, go from it.
No, I missed my nine.
Okay, I mean, now we kill like the chamber and jet. Literally, B set is wide open. We know that Brimstone, Tejo, and Vice are the A players.
They're
Just go B.
They're rotating fast.
Blocking sight.
Mosh pit.
Drop in a scope. Here, catch.
Listen, no matter what you're doing in a game of Valorant, like 24/7, your crosshair should be placed on the most probable angle from which enemies can kill you at that moment of time. Like, this was mega dangerous, what you did right here. Like, okay, you know, we destroyed the Tejo drone, that's fine. We applied some pressure, blah, 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 blah. But here, you need to have the gun in your hands, because an enemy can quite easily be in the smoke, right here, and go for a peek. Like this. An enemy can quite easily already be at the top mid, and do something like this, as well. So, if I'm already going through this area of the map, you know, hold the smoke, hold your back, connect with your teammates, and just play with them. I read it in TikTok, yes.
Here, catch.
They're wasting you too. I'll pick off you. I'll hold CT.
Aye.
One CT.
Give me those back.
It is mega giga stupid to hold one and done angles, like this one here, when you have a huge numbers advantage, and the spike planted as well. Because you don't need to like, you know, commit to any fights anymore. We could just play a basic game of refrag and win this round together. Like, all you need to do right now is hold an angle like this. And that's it. Or if your teammates want to play deeper from here, just play from this position, in and out, in and out. And that's it. Your teammates get in a fight, we swing out, get the kills, we fight an enemy there, we can choose whether or not we want to commit to that fight. What should I do? I feel washed. I did aim from a center 3, I don't know, man, like, that's why coaching is there, you know? I don't know what to recommend. Newton, I'm good, man, I'm a bit tired.
One enemy remaining.
CT in your smoke.
Oh, you always
Newton says, do you remember me? But no, man, like...
turn your fucking head in the last minute. You are
That was
No, why me, man?
Alright.
We can.
Oh,
Yep.
you just have the flash, man.
Blocking sight.
Three.
Still in sight.
Flashing again.
I genuinely don't know what is the fetish with a B set in this match. With an A set in this match. Like, literally, we know that Vice is playing there. Vice, Brimstone, and Tejo are mainly playing around the A site. Why are we going A?
You have the
We got.
You're in
There you are.
Also, I don't know why do you have operator in this round? I mean, it would be much better in this round if you actually have a gun. Like, you only get operator on the attacker side if, like, if you have a really good idea where you can make a numbers advantage with that operator. Like, enemies are going for some kind of a peak 24/7. They're playing the same positions 24/7, then it's fine. You know, right now with this op, where we can maybe get a kill, is in the B-main area of the map. Because in a lot of rounds, enemies push the B-main. We can just hold this and wait for the peak. Bam.
You want to try
Gun
fast
here.
entry this time? Try and beat the wall.
No
Alright,
prison.
mate.
I don't think we can. We can have to try and trip it, and then when it goes down, then we can.
Oh,
They play
okay.
close.
You just have the flash, man.
Blocking sight.
Right.
Still in sight.
Good flash though.
Flashing again.
Got the spike, Wings.
One backside, I heard him.
All you, bud.
Reloading. Target down.
One thing that I like here is that you're really not afraid to fight, even though you have an operator. That's good. I don't really know how a platinum diamond clove. You're playing clove. You're not playing Astra. You're not playing Omen. Like you just can't make mistakes. How do we have a smoke here? How is this possible?
Spike, Wings.
One backside, I heard him.
All you, bud.
Reloading. Target down.
Spike sticky. Thanks, little man.
Wall trip.
One flank. That's chamber. That's chamber.
Rip and tear.
Reloading. Watching here.
Rip and tear.
Again, like I don't. I mean, I understand you're playing Reyna. You know, with the Reyna, you can hold some of these one and done angles, like because of the Devour ability. But why would you gamble on getting a kill and dismissing when you can just play a bit safer without too many gambles? Like you're 4 versus 3, you know? You can quite literally right now play a position like this, bait for your Vise, for an example, because Vise is hidden in this corner right here. And now, you know, we hold this, we take a shot. No matter if you miss a shot or you hit a shot, you're pretty safe in this position here. You can reload the bullet and now maybe go for a second. Peek.
Heaven one.
Activated. Last player.
Also, listen. Whenever you're playing postlanes and retakes in Valorant, you should always trade your operator for some kind of an automatic weapon so that you have more freedom to play with whoever the hell you want at that moment of time, and you're not only relying on one bullet to get a kill or to get a refrag. So, as soon as you took the bomb site here with the op, you should have traded this operator for the enemy Vise, Phantom or Vandal at the backside. Like, the only times when you should stay with operator in the post plans is if you're already playing the post plans from the main area of the map, you know, like, that's fine. Or if you're very, very, very low HP, like below 60 for an example.
Last player standing.
And here, Techno, I mean, you'll have to tell me this in the private messages, but how you're not ready for this fight? I mean, you heard the Brimstone drop down. He is running at you right now. All you have to do is just hold his peak with a crosshair a bit wider. You know, we're ready for the wider enemy swing. And take a kill. In this round with the op, you are engaging an enemy, and in the round where you had a pistol, the pistol round, you were holding him. That makes no sense. It should be the opposite.
Last player.
They won the round.
So, what's the plan?
West.
I will not be spending no more money.
Where you go and what you do in Valorant heavily depends on your rank, elo, maps, economy, ultimate status, and team compositions. How are we pushing the A site of Abyss in a round where the enemy Teho has the ultimate. He's gonna destroy you.
Come on, bro. This game is buns.
Oh, wait, way too late, bro.
I think we could have easily destroyed that ability.
Reloading.
Flashing again.
Thankfully, Teho is not really the brightest tool in the shed. You know, and he's not really the smartest player ever. But, yeah. You also lost the life. You know, you lost the life because of this ultimate. Now listen, like this is a micro mistake when it comes to playing Reyna. Like with Reyna, you know, whenever you're getting pressured, whenever you're pressured by multiple enemies or certain enemy's utility, and you already can pick a 50-50 fight, you need to stay in that fight and pick it up and risk it a bit. So basically, like, you know, here, if you can already get this duel against the Jet, even if the Jet was not blinded, you know, blind doesn't matter at all, you need to commit to this duel and take it from this position. Because you get a kill, you get a devour, you can easily go back or reposition towards the site and take more space. That is your escape tool, unfortunately, when you're playing Reyna. And that's why Reyna is bad in ranked solo queue. But if you want to play Reyna, you need to have a confidence and to be cool-headed to just take that fight. Because otherwise, you're not going to have a fun time. No, Devour is dismiss, whatever, like Devour, dismiss. What's happening with the internet these days, Sam? Dying of it. Can you send me clips of your games and I'll coach you? No, thank you, man. I need a coaching in Deadlock. 23 times Radiant is enough. It's okay, bro. I can live with that. What's the rank on Deadlock right now? I think I'm like 2 divisions ranks away from Oracle. Archon 5 or Archon 6. I think. But I made a second Smurf account because I think on that account I can easily get like Phantom in 20 to 30 games. Because now I know how to play the game and I got a lot better. And my main account, MMR, got fucked. I made a second account and right now I'm like 5-1 on that second account. And I think after the placements I can easily get to Phantom really fast.
There's a name for this. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could...
Do you know watch coaches in Deadlock? I watched Midnight. So far I only watched Deathy and I watched some Metro guides. I know Metro is a bit of a meme in that community, but yeah. Can Valorant skill transfer to Deadlock? Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. In Smurf in Deadlock, my brother, in Deadlock you can make like 50 accounts.
A cloak can buy you as well.
Same as in CS2, you know.
We do.
Yeah.
I need a weapon.
Finally, we're going B. You know, like, listen. The worst thing you can do in an average match of Valorant, on the attacker's side, is not testing all of your options if the match is going to shit. That's the worst thing you can do. And it doesn't get worse than that. You know, I'm already losing 0-6, 1-6, 2-6, but I never tried the 5-man push B, or the B split, or the A split, or the mid control, or maybe lurking through mid. Try everything. And once you find whatever the hell works in that match, keep abusing it as much as possible. But you're never gonna know what's gonna work if, you know, for 9 rounds we go A. Leto, just send me your friend invite code from Steam on Discord, and I'll invite you to the playtest.
Cutting their vision.
Backside, backside.
I need a weapon.
This Lear in the B-man, you should have dropped immediately. You should have dropped immediately. You have a master movement on Deadlock. That's the only thing I'm still battling with. Like I hit some insane clips when it comes to my movement, but sometimes my movement is like iron, cardboard, bro, so bad. But usually I'm okay. You know, I never died because I was like, oh man, my movement is bad. I usually die because I make some either micro or macro mistake right now.
Cutting their vision.
Backside, backside.
Feeling sight.
Dropping.
Listen, so whenever you're scaling up on the B side, you always want to follow this pathing. So we drop this layer for our teammates if enemies are aggressing us in the beam area of the map. We jump with this corner, drop down. Then from this position, we use a high up layer like this to cover as much angles as possible here. We always move towards the left side, clearing this angle, this angle, this angle, and then the rest of the site.
One up heaven, up heaven. Dashed up heaven.
You end up in a post plant on a specific bomb site. What do? We look at the minimap and we ask ourselves, can we play this post plant passively? Can we play this post plant aggressively? What are my teammates gonna do? My jet is pushing the CT smoke. I should push that CT smoke as well. My jet only has 10 HP. I can use my jet as a recon Sova drone to refrag her and make this round a 4v2. And then we play passively with the rest of the team.
Blinded. My ultimate's ready.
Stay down.
Now, because a lot of time passed without this like billing control, enemies can also be tower. So once again, we need to use our jet as a Sova drone and refrag that mother effer.
Close.
Out of charge.
I don't know how, like, the thing that you need to become better with, like, knowledge and awareness helps you with your aim. You know, like, you aim better the more you know. Like, you're really bad at anticipating the fights and timings. Like, you didn't have this CT tower and billing control for what, like? For 20 seconds, we don't know what's happening here. We never had it to begin with. An enemy can easily beat tower. While your jet was dashing in, the first thing that you should have been ready for, with your crosser, movement, and then body mind, is this fight with the Tejo. Jaguliar, thank you for the prime sub, man, and enjoy the playbook.
Nah, I'm bad.
Close.
And hear me out. Like, you don't need to follow every imbecile move from your teammates. You know, that's not mandatory. Especially if you have a huge numbers advantage. Like, you can quite easily...
motherfucker.
Yo, Frost Gaming, thank you for the sub, man, and enjoy the playbook. Frost, wanna play Deadlock in an hour? One last game before I go to vacation. So basically, like, you know, here, if your jet wanna do a Sudoku move and just die like this, it's totally fine if you just, you know, if you just go back reset yourself, and play a 3v2 post plant.
Stay down.
Close.
Out of charge.
Nah, I'm bad.
I don't really know what happened here, like, we don't have a hand cam, so I don't know if he hit maybe a keyboard or something like that. I don't know.
I'm audible.
I can.
Do you want
I'm gonna.
Just bait, and then one of
Roll
you
for initiative.
Appreciate it.
flashing out of this smoke?
Blocking sight.
That flash there was really bad, man. You know, it's really hard to throw a bad Reyna Lear, but this one is really bad. This one is really bad. Like, basically, you know, whenever you're throwing a Lear, in this area of the map, it should always be somewhere like this. Like, blinding an enemy that's maybe holding that angle, blinding the enemies on the right side as well. And generally speaking, a Lear more towards the left side is a bit better. Because this Lear covers the most important two positions from which mostly enemies are going to be engaging you. Anyways, you know, no matter what type of Lear you throw here, it's not going to be efficient enough for this angle and this angle. Especially if you need to scale up from the left side. But also listen, whenever you want to take a mid control with your whole team, like for some reason we want to fight this 5 on mid, never start with your teammates from top mid. Always start from the B main. The reason is very simple. Like, we don't want to allow one enemy to maybe do an early flank and lurk like this. He knows that nobody's in the B main, and he can easily backstab us and kill us from this position. Like, just start in the B main, hold this angle a bit, 2-3 seconds, then slowly scale here, and then let's connect with our allies. We can also do it faster than like just run and play with them. Okay, listen. Like, yeah, Reyna Lear is... Reyna Dismiss is really powerful and really good ability. Using the Dismiss here, especially with the ultimate, sure, fine. You should do that, obviously. But basically, as soon as, when you kill this Jet, you should have let this orb lay down on the ground a bit, so that you can close the gap with the enemies, and maybe get the info about more enemies. You know, as long as the orb is there, you have a quick escape tool, no matter what. And the orb is gonna stay there for a few seconds. So what we can do, instead of immediately grabbing it up, is we can scale all the way up here, and then, you know, reveal the enemies here, and undismiss in this position, and then engage this Tejo and kill him. Or simply focus on clearing the top mid area of the map before we focus on the enemies in B-Link. But the worst thing that people do with the Reyna orbs is you immediately, you know, you either waste them for nothing, you just do them for flexing and clips, or like you don't use them efficiently enough. Especially an agent such as Reyna. Like, what's really important with the Reyna is that you understand all of the fundamentals and that you become very, very efficient with these fundamentals, because you don't have that many things to work with to begin with. So, you kill the Jet, there's no other threat on the map, wait a bit, you know. Then, once you get in a spot where you can unlock one additional angle for your teammates for free, use a Dismiss, reveal the enemies on the left side, clear the top mid, and then decide what to do next.
Blocking sight.
Hey, that orb is gonna lay down there for like, what, 3-4 seconds.
Blocking sight.
No, we're going up him. Go up him.
Reloading.
Going up him. The tail's in that smoke.
Enemy spotted.
Flashing for you, bro.
Okay, this flash is fine. Just listen, when you're throwing these type of flashes, like, so for example, the only way to flash an enemy that is here is obviously throwing some kind of a predictable flash in this area of the map. But in this area of the map, like, we cannot throw any high up flash because obviously this might block the flash, the vision of the flash. The worst thing you can do with the flash, Reyna layer, is placing it on the same vertical and horizontal position as your teammates and yours head. Then it's so easy to do micro corrections and just play, you know, the grid shot ultimate and take the kills here. What is much harder for the enemies to destroy and to be precise, especially as you go lower and lower in terms of the ranks, is dropping a layer like this. Now, enemies need to do a lower flick and then upper flick, and they have much higher chances of miscorrections. You know, much higher chances of missing the shot on both Lear and you as well.
One was in this one.
That's the only thing that, like, literally, those are the only 2-3 things that you need to think about as you're playing Reyna. Like, just making your flashes as efficient as possible. You know, you want to F up the enemy's crosshair placement as much as you can. And you need to ask yourself, when do you want to dismiss, when you want to heal. And which timings you want to pick for that. Ultimate, you can use immediately in any full buy round, you know. Literally, as soon as you build it up, you can use it in that round if you're playing with the Vandal and Phantom and try to win the round with Ultimate.
No peeking.
There's no perfect time of using the Reyna ult. Here is, like, I don't know, during some of these executes, like, you're losing the space with your teammates quite a lot. Like, we are just, right now, we are pushing onto A site. After we kill the Jet and Chamber, we know Tejo is CT. Brimstone is CT as well, but we have no idea where's the enemy Vice. Vice is always the A player. Right now, your primary objective should be connecting with your Vice on the tower as soon as possible, clearing the site, clearing the A main area of the map, and finding this sneaky beaky biatch.
Nice. Get him, wingman.
There's another one in this one. Could be
Yeah,
danger.
then wingman.
Yeah, I'll hold this slow.
One enemy remaining.
Huge.
Okay, we know this
Last one
Tejo was
was on
the
B in that
B
smoke.
player. I mean, you should have checked that right angle, obviously. You know, this is something that you suffer from, like you really need to check more of these positions when you're taking the space and be ready for everything and anything. I mean, we had a smoke here for what, like 15 seconds. For 15 seconds, we don't know what's happening in the CT.
One enemy remaining.
As far as I'm concerned, that Tejo can be anywhere. It doesn't matter, like, it was a 1 round anyways.
You want to play? Let's play.
3, 2, 1.
Once again, like, this flash is probably the worst flash you can drop in the mid area of the map. Like, literally the flash that is in the center. Because it doesn't really achieve that much. You know, enemies can easily go for a jiggle peek here, hold this. Enemies can easily hold this. Enemies can also hold this position. And the only position that you're kind of blinding, maybe, is this. No, not even that. Like, enemies can just hold this. This flash on mid, you either drop far left to blind the enemies here and here, or towards the right side to blind the enemies here and here.
Buns, bro.
Chill, yeah, chill.
Once again, you're just wasting your dismisses and devours as a, you know, however you want. Relax a bit, chill a bit, you know. Like, it is much better if you use your dismiss ability to reveal the enemies and unlock one additional angle for your teammates instead of just what, like, you know, what is this? You close the gap with the enemies like in billing for microsecond. And not to mention that you were not ready for this fight.
Reloading.
Careful here.
Okay, so that Vice flash tells you that enemy Vice is in the CT. We know the chamber is B. Brimstone is probably either CT or A. So now, I mean, like, you know, we can maybe push this smoke. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so Vice is CT and Tejo is CT, which which leads you to believe that Brimstone is probably somewhere either on A tower, A CT, or A site. Now, once again, okay, you want to clear this smoke. You want to play more aggressively. That Vice can be anywhere. Like, you know, enemies here can be anywhere. I don't know, maybe all three enemies are CT right now. Like, there's no reason to push this once your team has made a 4v3 numbers advantage. It's okay. You know, you can just reset yourself. Let's take the A tower. Let's take the A site. We don't need to deal with these enemies here. You want to push it. You need to be ready for a fight on all of these positions. Like, basically, through the smoke, you need to flick like this, sideways, clearing all of these angles with one wide swipe. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe one guy is behind you right now. We don't know about that.
Pathetic.
One more smoke.
Enemy spotted mid.
One enemy remaining.
Enemy spotted mid.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, the question is here, like, what are you even doing? You know? What doing, bro? What doing? Your job is done. We have a 4v2 numbers advantage. You don't need to fight. And you should not fight.
One enemy.
Interesting.
Defender side. So, B side default site, number 1 priority. A side number 2, mid number 3. Basically, the first round, you always play on the B side. Second round, if you win the first round, you play around mid. Second round, if you lose the first round, you gamble on A. Every single round where you have no idea where the enemies are gonna go, what are they gonna do, and they're playing some kind of an eco halberd bonus, start around mid. And that's it. So in the first round with Reyna, very simple, very simple. Ghost shorty strategy, as per usual. So, you drop a ghost right here, you get a, you drop a shorty right here, you buy a ghost, you're playing on this off angle. If enemies have a Sova drone or something, you're waiting for that recon ability to be here. On timing, you're peeking the enemies, trying to get one pick. Dropping down, getting the shorty, enemies are coming close, bam bam, overhealing yourself, and now you have 150 HP with a ghost. Potentially 1 or 2 kills in the pocket. You can maybe get 1 more kill before you die. But you never play on the A side, especially not if your Vice is already setting up for A.
Flash A. 3A.
Hey.
3. Yeah, I'll try and break with them.
You should have expected this, to be honest. Listen, if you already want to play A side in the first round, okay, you can go with a bandit and, you know, 1 devour. That's fine. But I don't know. You know, like choosing this as your starting position, maybe not the best idea ever. Like it's much better if you try to get a pick here with a random peek, and then you go back and you mainly focus yourself on abusing some off angles on the bomb site, or simply playing with your teammates from the back side. Now, you know, that Vice Flash,
3A.
you should have expected, to be honest, that your Vice is gonna do that, but I mean, I would also try to kill this Jet 100%, like, it's Vice's fault, not yours.
I'm so flash, bro.
But once again, you know, especially if you got flashed here, why are you not moving a bit? To make yourself a harder target to kill while you're fully blind. Anyways, there's nothing else for you to do. You know, you don't see where is the enemy Jet. You don't know where to fight. F it up, man. Like, you know, you get blinded here. Try to do something like this. Move around a bit. So that the Jet cannot just kill you like a static potato.
I'll try and break it down. I'm so flash, bro. One right side, one right side.
Reloading.
Okay. Listen, man, like, if you already have Reyna's overheal in the first round, and you're at 150 HP, you should have tried maybe picking this fight when the smoke was going off. Anyways, enemies cannot kill you. Even if they have a bandit, they cannot kill you with one bullet to the head. And plus you have a bandit, which is a really, you know, much better weapon than a ghost. So here, you know, when the smoke was going down, you should have tried using this extra few seconds on the overheal to potentially get a pick onto an enemy that was maybe here. And then, you know, tucking yourself in and playing a reflect.
2 here, 3 here.
Oh, one behind.
Listen, your position is not a secret. You know, enemies know that you're on the right side. Right now, as your teammates are taking these fights from the backside, you need to be ready to fight together with them. So, instead of you holding this angle, like this, you should be playing a position like this, essentially. And as soon as your teammates pick a fight with the enemies, we're swinging out and trying to take those fights as well. Or, what you can try doing is get all the way up here, and then on timing, try to surprise the enemies and get the picks. Not a bad idea when you play Reyna, because if you kill one enemy or you get assist, you can do Formula 1 circle and get to the safety immediately. But what you're doing right now, first of all, this angle is horrible, because your head is taking so much more than enemies, and it is so much easier for the enemies to kill you here than for you to get a kill. But okay, whatever. Anyways, you should not be playing
They're in the corner.
like this. Thanks, Rossi, man.
Flank.
I don't know, like, right now, especially when the Gecko Flash was flying in, you know, you should have picked that timing to go for a play like this. When the Flash, when the Gecko Flash was blinding the enemies in this area of the map.
Go ahead. There's like 3 here, still.
Now I have two options. You can stay here to go for that play that we talked about, or just go back. Anyways, you have a bandit, you know, like the main power of the bandit in pistol rounds is fighting these long range fights. You don't want to fight medium and close range fights. The reason is very simple, because, you know, Ghost on 0 to 30 meters deals 105. Bandit deals 128. So, if I fight an enemy all the way from this position, I can get away with a one-tap. That enemy needs to hit my head and my shoulders. It's not sponsor stream, but it can be.
No, in front chamber.
What rank is this Reyna? Platinum-ish. Peak Diamond this lobby is like gold platinum.
Reloading.
In this round, like, you just wasted a lot of great opportunities to either fight the enemies together with your teammates, or like to surprise the enemies, you know, with the play in Amen.
Nice.
Any rank today? No, I need to prepare for the trip. Today I just wanted to do this VOD review, to say hi, to say that I'm still alive, you know, and that we're gonna be doing Valorant content, don't worry. I'm gonna be playing ranked in the next act. I'm gonna be like grinding again. Where I'm taking my dog to some training camp, like that is like 6 hours drive. Like I need to wake up at 8 AM and drive for 7 fucking hours just to get my dog to the training academy for dogs.
30 seconds left.
I'm gonna watch me.
Oh,
Oh, what the fuck?
Spike planted. Last player standing.
listen. I like your idea here to juggle this bandit and to get it away from the enemies, but since we already have no idea, you know, where are the enemies and what are they gonna do, instead of prioritizing disabling one potential gun from the enemies, a much better idea is for you to don't lose that timing to play with your most aggressive teammates that are definitely gonna die. So here you should just be running with the knife out, being ready to refrag your Vice and Clove. Like, what, you know, what is this? Who knows if enemies are ever gonna come top mid. But I know that your Vice and Clove are definitely gonna die. What kind of dog you got? It's some mixed breed, like we adopted him like 3.5 years ago. We never did any trainings with him. And he is like a terrier. Like, he likes to hunt a lot. He hates every other animal. He loves humans though, which is good. You know, at least something. And we just want to make him more social. You know? We just want to make him more social. He is like a psychopath in the animal world. Skulls walks to man.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Is it a thing you have to do or just sign up? We sign up for it. I should have went for. I should have done this in January, but I canceled it because of the A to Z Radiant series.
55 on Tacho.
I mean, retaking this 3v1 was just impossible. Yeah. I don't know, like, there's a lot of times in your gameplay where you're not efficient enough, you know? And you lose a lot of the timings to either play with your teammates or do something good because you're focusing on some secondary objectives. Focus on your primary objectives. You know, like, when you play a refrag game with your teammates, you're never wrong. You know, whichever fight you take with your allies, like, it's an okay fight. It's a good fight. It's a good thing to do. That can be your starting point. Always. Like you play Valorant for 1 week and you will have a social dog. 1 week of Valorant and social, that cannot be in the same sentence. They just can't be in the same sentence. Like, literally. He might become a sexual predator, SA offensive person, potentially racist, you know, but social.
Spike planted.
Criminal.
Last player standing.
55 on Tacho.
Okay, second round, you should always play on A side. Let me give you a strategy. So, you tell your controller, controla mi amigo, Español, Clove, no español. Okay, we English. We speak on English. Clove, if enemies are going A, can you please give me a smoke for A main as soon as possible? You put a classic pistol right here, then you get a shorty. Enemies are pushing A. You get in this smoke right here, peek out, get a kill, scoot away with a gun, and dismiss ability back. Done. Your controller doesn't want to give you a smoke. Or he has some IRL problems. No problem. Put a classic pistol at the backside. Start with a shorty on tower. When the enemies are entering the site, drop down onto them with a shorty, try to get a kill, try to dismiss towards the backside, and try to get one more pick. Done. Buying a marshal, not a bad idea. You can do it, but once again, we're forcing a bit too much, which is okay on a defender side, you know, not as bad as on attack. Valentino, I'm gonna do your VOD review on Monday, next Monday, 100%, as soon as I come back.
Choose your agent.
From Monday, we're starting regular streams. But once again, I'm gonna have this break where I need to pick up my dog from the training, you know. So now I'm delivering the dog for the training, and I'm staying in that country for like five days. Then when I pick up my dog at the end of March, I'm gonna have 5 days vacation again. But there is one silver lining, chat. I'm not gonna have any more vacations until maybe August, you know, because we're opening some shop IRL, like. We're going into some interesting adventures IRL as well. Lots of plans in the next 4 months, man. I need to get Eternal 6 in Deadlock, start coaching in Deadlock, website for Deadlock, develop good coaching programs for Deadlock, develop as much knowledge as possible for Deadlock, reach Radiant one more time in Valorant, make at least 10 to 15 YouTube videos of Valorant, website for Valorant, some new content for Valorant that is more enjoyable.
People left.
Listen, man. I understand. I understand what you're doing right now. You're trying to turn away from the Vice Flash. But that Vice Flash in ranked solo queue is usually much later than the enemy's peak like this. Because ranked players really hate waiting for utility. So even if the Vice is doing a flash there, probably you're gonna get this contact right here before the flash even activates. Chances are 90%.
Steps here.
I don't know. I just feel that, you know, it would be much easier for you to kill the enemies going A in the second eco round with a shorty and Bucky instead of this smoke. Now, why do we gamble on A set in this round, and how did I pre-assume that enemies are gonna go A? Average ranked players' tendencies, ranked solo queue data, you know, 6 years of coaching and stuff like that. Ooh, that's a good reaction. Very good. Very good switch on the classic pistol. Molto bene, molto bene. Oh, let's not. I understand. You know, playing Valorant. Playing Valorant does look like this sometimes, you know. You know, playing Valorant makes you. This is an IRL example of you after 10 games of Valorant. But don't do it. It's really not worth it. One day you're gonna get Radiant, like, you have a lot of guides, coaching videos, you know, it's not, you know, it's never worth it, you know? Play Deadlock instead. Not the agent.
Reloading.
Good pick though, good pick, but I think you would have gotten like maybe 2 or 3 kills, 1 or 2 kills with a shotgun in the smoke. And I mean, if your clove cannot give you a smoke, I mean, why are we playing this video game? This is a terrible fight. I'll give you three reasons why it's terrible. Number one, you have no idea. What are you peeking into? Your crosser, the amount of micro adjustments, an amount of luck you need to have with the crosser here, not worth it. Reason number two, enemies might be holding this peak. Reason number three, we have a 4v3 numbers advantage with 100 HP. And final reason, you're the only player with a gun in this round with a Guardian. Relax, chill. We can easily take the fights from the right side together with this Vise instead of going for a BS play like this. You don't need to fight 24/7. You know, your job is done when you make a numbers advantage. And you take solo fights only if that is necessary because of some enemy's utility usage or situation in which enemies put you at that moment of time.
Reloading.
On 30 on Brim, there's two.
Also, I don't know, like, you know, I don't know why you're shaking so much, like, when you're tapping these shots and trying to micro-correct on a target that is not moving. Like, Brimstone really just stood still. If you just fired 3 shots in the same dot, I mean, this would have been a kill. Tell me after the VOD review, like... Listen, after the VOD review, play one game of deathmatch with a handcam visible. I just want to see what's happening there, like with your sensitivity, grip style, and all of the other stuff. But keep in mind that that fight was terrible.
Thrifty. Need a drum. Thank you.
rope maxing video game. What country are you staying in? I'm staying in
What do you want to do here, bro?
in
I'm just honestly
in
just
Dubai,
you know,
brother.
and pray to the Lord that I got one tap, bro.
You want to do a
I'm
highlight?
not.
I'll try and like play here.
Okay, double tower setup on B. But listen, when enemies are playing an eco halberd round on the attacker side, much better idea for you is to start mid. Because a lot of the ranked players, for some reason, really like to fight on mid when they're playing these eco halberd rounds on the attack. And they're always gonna have at least one player that is like lurking or doing some BS there. But okay. You know, gamble on B is also fine in this round. Okay. Crosser placement.
on B.
Okie dokie.
Some guns, some bullets on shooting.
When you stay here, or if you want to rotate.
Oh, Chambers on B.
What's like? I need to see your hand cam, literally, bro. Like sometimes, like I don't know. Are you hitting your keyboard? Do you have space to move your mouse? Do you use like mouse acceleration? Like what's going on with some of these clips?
When you stay here, or if you want to rotate.
Oh, Chambers on B.
What, you know, what did we hit into right now?
Enemy spotted B.
What did we bump?
It's just
The chamber should have been dead.
Chamber. No noise. It's quiet. Came
Taking
in.
on that.
I don't know. Physics. We'll see, man.
1A.
One guy joined the TikTok stream right now. His name is Small and 3 Eggplants.
They joined.
He has a small
Smoked on it.
eggplant plantage, brother.
Smoked on it.
one of the main things that you need to start doing a bit more is paying attention on how you clear the angles and how you take some of these fights with your movement and crosshair placement. Like, I don't know, why are you driving around the corners with your mouse like this? Like, why do you pick this angle like this? Like, if I wanna pick that position, I'm gonna stand, you know, further away, or it really doesn't matter that much for this angle. In and out, in and out. Fastest possible peak with the perfect crosshair placement.
Smoked on it.
Your Clove already sees that nobody is on the belt right here. Speedway. Look at this. This guy is staring at your face. You're not ready for this fight, physically and mentally as well. And you should be. An enemy can easily be there. Like, whenever you clear any angle or any corner in Valorant, you clear those corners and angles. Corners and angles, bro. I'm Chicago, bro. Corners and angles, because you think an enemy is there. You don't clear them for the sake of it, or I'm just gonna clear the angle. Who cares if I'm ready for that fight? Like, you should already be visualizing an enemy on this position, and as soon as you see that yellow outline, you take a shot.
Left.
One was.
Okay, so they finished on B, they play default. Usually, if enemies have the Teho ultimate, it's probably gonna be the A hit. Usually. But considering that enemies know that we have Vice on the A side, I think it's gonna be B again in this round. I don't know, just my expectations. Anyways, we have Vice on A. I mean, if she cannot delay the enemies for at least like a few seconds. This angle right here, in my opinion, is very stupid. Playing it as a one and done angle, like this. Whenever you're playing any elevated position in Valorant, always play that position towards the drop. Always. Like, basically, you want to hold that, hold it from this spot. Take a shot, drop down. So you always have an option to bail out if you get stunned, flashed, revealed, 2 enemies peek you, you're not ready for a fight, you don't think you're gonna win that fight, you have a reset tool. Also, playing this spot is pretty dangerous when you're playing alone, because you don't hear the enemies drop from the window, and they can just delete you. You know, it's a bit better if you play a bit closer, like on this line. Whenever you're holding headshot angles, tight angles, long range corridors, always aim down sight. Right click. You're going for the one taps. You're not gonna spray here anyways.
Holding for this chamber.
This is a pretty dangerous position, man.
Go ahead. Stand your ground.
You know, as I already mentioned, like, it was 50-50. You know, that enemies go A or B in this round. Usually when we see that Teho has the ultimate, it's gonna be the A site. But, you know, we have Vice in our team, so I was like, whatever.
Ahead. Stand your ground.
But I just don't understand, like, so the first problem for you is that you never seem to be ready mentally and physically for any of these fights. Like every single time I see you take some kind of a fight, it feels like you get straddled by the enemies and surprised by them. Like you're already holding this
Go
window
ahead. Stand.
with an expectation that an enemy can be here. Anyways, we saw the chamber lurking in this area of the map in one of the previous rounds. Last round, literally.
Ground.
So what type of straddle is this? I don't know, man, like in these long range fights, you're really trying to aim too much with your movement. Like that's why, like, you cannot only be doing some over aim drills and BS like that, you should be doing everything. Like, if you get a fight in a fight like this, yes, I mean, like, you should be trying, like, mimicking that chamber's movement a bit, and trying to land your crosshair with your movement as close as possible to the chamber's body. But while you're moving and shooting, like, I mean, you completely forget about your right hand. Like, if I'm in a fight with an enemy there, like, yes, if he goes left, I'm gonna go right, but I'm still gonna be micro-correcting myself with the right hand to hit that shot. And you're not doing that. Like, you're just kind of consistently trying to land your shots only with a keyboard, essentially, and with minimal amounts of minimal amounts of micro adjustments. And not to mention, like, your feeling for the burst fire is not that good, man. Like, you know, but also, I really need to see your deathmatch, man. Like, send me once again, like, one deathmatch with a hand cam. I want to see what's going on. And also send me that aim training routine that you mentioned that you're doing right now. I want to review it. Your stream is really interesting. You should clip him. It'll help you to grow. Thank you. We're doing that.
Somebody's there.
They could be playing for Brimstone.
Oh my fucking fuck that shit.
Cutting their vision.
Very good decision here. I'm not gonna lie. Like, whenever you need to make a decision, whether you want to play with your teammate on tower or CT, the answer is always with the teammate in CT. It's just easier to scale out, take more space, and take valuable space. Because if this guy dies, and you need to go onto the A site only through tower, you're not gonna have a fun time.
Their vision. Last player standing. Cutting their vision.
I mean, once again, like, you heard the reload of this Vise. I can make really cool clips and shorts for you. No problem, my friend. I already have 2 people doing that for me. Thank you for the offering.
Last player standing.
Fuck that shit.
Cutting their vision.
I got full faith.
Rip him there.
Watch that right there. I'm gonna waste.
Is the falling smoke on Omen good for the tower or still dangerous? I don't understand which smoke, man.
Okay, another pre, bro. Come in, come in.
I got bomb.
Spike
I don't know
down
if I can
mid.
hold it. I don't.
Listen, personally, I fuck more with a bandit than sheriff right now. Like, 600 credits, 8 bullets, faster fire rate. I don't know.
I got
I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you.
Nah. I got full you too.
It's really up to you. Like, if you prefer Sheriff, go with the Sheriff. Who am I to stop you? It's an eco round anyways.
One up.
I mean, right now, like, listen, whenever you have a one teammate that is behind the enemies, ready to give them the back shots, your only job is to stay alive and bait as much as possible. That's it. Yo, I use your aim labs training all the time without knowing it's you. Will come in. You throw a smoke to fall with you so you can drop from tower. It's okay. We can do it. You know, it's good smoke. I mean, good strategy. Depending on, you know, numbers, advantage, economy, and stuff like that. May I ask, what type of a peak is like this? Listen, you have a lot of your problems are mainly related to gunplay hygiene. You know, like, you really need to start practicing more with different weapons rather than doing some other stuff. Like Odin, for an example. Like, doing such a slow peak with Odin while fully ADS'd on this distance is a Sudoku move. Especially crouching. Like, on this range, right here, it's totally fine doing this type of peak with Odin. Like, you're mega fast, you shoot enormous amount of bullets. Yes, it's a bit harder to control, and you should be practicing it in deathmatch, practice range, and all of that stuff. But you cannot be going for a full-on crab peak as exposing yourself inch by inch on an angle where you have a huge angle perception disadvantage. Where, you know, already here, enemies see you. Already here. Enemy that is holding the window right there, he sees you. And another cool thing about Odin is that, you know, you do a jiggle peek and you see an enemy there. You can continue spamming that enemy like this and potentially getting a kill. Because literally Odin can spray through almost every angle easily. But what is criminal here is that you even take this type of fight. Right now, what you should be doing is just wasting the enemy time. You know, jump spotting the enemies, using a leer, jump spotting them again, and waiting for the jet to get behind them and to kill them. You don't have to always be the playmaker in ranked. As a matter of fact, most of the times you don't need to be a playmaker. Because your teammates are going to be in the positions where they can do something. But you need to have a really good understanding of how to support your teammates better.
Yeah, one window and...
Bro.
Oh no, we lost this round. Well, listen, man, like, you know, enemies started the alphabet type of executes. You know, one round A, one round B, one round A. So, in this round, just gamble on A.
You want to play? Let's play.
Ooh, this peak that you did here was insanity, man.
You want to?
Like, usually when you want to peek the enemies in the beam and area of the map, like, you want to peek them from this position right here, moving diagonally like this, and taking a fight there. But you want to peek from the closer wall when you don't have anyone holding the window for you, because you don't want to get butt fucked by that guy.
To play? Let's play.
We have flash. So what would be a good flash right here? Brother, you just come closer, flash into this corner, bam, bam. Like, this guy needs to do this and then this in order to kill you. I really need to see your your hand cam. Like, what is going on, man? And please tell me, what is your sensitivity right now? It looks like aimbot that malfunctioned.
It was just 2B.
Enemies can be tower. Once again, like, you need to start clearing these angles by going in and out. In and out. You know? So an enemy can be there. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Too much tension, but seems like. You know, that's why I want to see the hand cam. Because I can just guess. You know. Without the hand cam, I can just be doing a bit of guessing here.
Pushing.
I wanna guess. I wanna Calvin Klein, you know. Think about it.
I'm gonna push this one.
Hugo Boss.
They walled A. They're gonna end on A. I'm gonna
And
push this.
especially when you're going for the lurks, flanks, when you're going for this type of solo plays, you need to clear every possible angle and off angle where the enemies might be at that moment of time. So, if you want to do a play like this, my brother, you need to check this position. Then, you need to check this position. Stairs. Upper stairs, right here. Then maybe get up here, I don't know. In and out. In and out. Drop down. Go for it. Check this spot. Check these angles.
This one. They walled A. They're gonna end on A. They're in.
Seconds.
Ma'am.
Now in this round, we... I mean, they have Vi's ultimate. You know, usually... So how did I predict in that round that they're going to go A with a Techos ultimate? Usually on Abyss, whenever you see that enemies have these big-ass ultimates, such as Brimstone, Techo, Vi's, most of the ranked players have a tendency to go A for some reason.
Try to.
So it's an okay gamble, like, it's an okay gamble.
It's quiet.
I mean, this is a high risk, high reward play. You know, it can work, but for these type of plays, like, you really need to have really good mechanics. Really good mechanics.
1A.
It's okay. It's a good play. You know? Like, you don't have anyone to destroy that Techo drone. You can try to surprise enemies and get a few picks.
Quiet. 1A.
There.
Made of
Once again, a much better buy option in this eco round would be if you get Bucky, Lightshell, and Bandit. You have a weapon for every range. We think that enemies are gonna go A because of Techos and Brimstone ultimate. We can already stop and kill the enemies instead of this choke point right here. Simple as that. And if enemies are going B, you still have a Bandit. And a Bucky, maybe you close the gap with them.
Stand your
Now listen, whenever you have teammates on a lurk like this, and they're playing alone, it's not a bad idea in ranked to follow up those teammates. You let that teammate fight first, you keep your location a secret, and you go for a double flank and double lurk. Usually, players in ranked solo queue are mostly unaware of these type of plays. You know, they kill one guy from behind, they're like, okay, that's the only player there, you know, and they're gonna focus up front. The only thing I don't understand is how do you run through this area of the map without checking spawn? And why did you do this instead of just instantly dropping down, shifting, and playing with a Vice? Like,
go ahead. stand your ground.
He didn't even see the chamber.
Spawn on.
Oh, he saw it, okay. Once again, you heard the guy reload on that position. You know exactly his position. And instead of clearing these angles, like this, with the anticipation, with a fight happening here, 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 and here, you just drive around the corner, and you're not mentally and physically ready for that fight. You need to start pre-aiming angles a bit more. And pre-aiming enemies instead of just peeling every single angle with a crosshair. Okay, enemies are definitely going A, B, C, D, F, G every round. Yeah, like literally.
Tail A.
Chamber is probably lurking B main. You should have told your jet to destroy that echo drone. I mean, whoever is playing in a one and done position, surprise position such as this one, cannot be destroying the drones. Like Jet should have been the one killing that Tejo's bullshit.
Smoke sound on the A.
And you should leave this position right now. Because if you get ulted by the Brimstone, if you get rocketed by the Tejo, I don't know how we're gonna go out. How to counter Reyna Flash Platinum 1-1 tactics. I mean, it works. Who am I to say that this doesn't work? Like, he actually dodged the flash. Like, you know, the worst thing in your raw aim is this. A bit of this Parkinson's disease, like when you're spraying into the enemies and burst firing. I don't know, you really need to tell me like your sensitivity and your like. Give me one game of deathmatch with handcam visible, so we can actually look into these problems. Like, I don't know. Why does your mouse sways so much left and right? Like when you're spraying and when you're like. Is it tension? Do you get surprised? Like, what's going on?
Tail.
And also, listen. With the Reyna, you literally have only two abilities. If you already know that an enemy is in an aim area of the map, flash that guy, then go for the peak. Like, it's not like you have like 20 different abilities to think about. Why would you take this fight without being ready for it? With a gun, with a crosshair, with a movement. And without flashing this guy.
Stick that.
Gun in.
If you play a surprise position, once again, on any map in Valorant, I don't know. You play on bind, you play this spot, your teammate plays, I don't know, from the bomb site. You cannot be the one destroying the Sova drone. Your teammate needs to destroy the Sova drone. Like, you just got lucky here because we have a Vice wall and we just killed the jet that went in. Tension management is so important, even for risk health, so you don't get an RSI. Actually, true. Like, to be honest, like, that's probably the most overlooked thing when it comes to aiming in general. Like, probably the most overlooked thing.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, now we just play reflex and that's it.
Back on it.
Enemy spotted A.
Cutting their vision. Still in sight.
No, that was a much better leer. You know, you want to engage this guy.
Back on it.
Enemy spotted A.
Drop a leer all the way. So, how do we engage this Tejo? With a proper flash. Like, we drop a flash all the way here, and then go for a peek. It's much harder for him to do this, and then this, then this, and then this. Think about it.
Cutting their vision. Still in sight.
Let's play for wider.
We need to check that window. 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 We need to check that.
We're gonna walk by.
Yeah.
Brother, like, listen. I mean, if we just push here, it doesn't matter if you push fast or on contact. You need to check this position once you get here, and then check deeper, and then you can move on.
I'm gonna have to knife out and run with you.
Finished. Adapt or die! Cutting their vision.
Wait for the smoke to go down.
My ult ready.
How we don't check that angle? You need to start anticipating enemies more. And also, like,
My ult ready.
you know, when you use this miss, like, you never give yourself a microsecond to reset a bit. Wait for that gun to come in your hands, excuse me, and then go for a peek. Why do you peek, you know, out? With this type of a crosshair placement, and without a gun in your pocket.
Oh my guys. One backside.
Yeah.
Vice is backside. One. Both backside. Both backside.
Blocking sight. Blocking sight.
They have bomb.
It really looks like you're playing on a much higher sensitivity that you can actually control. Like, I feel like you're playing on a sensitivity that is at least 30% higher than what you can control right now.
Jay's got out. Go through spawn. Jay's got out.
We need to shift, we need to shift.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
I might want to stick it.
You know, not like you could have done anything better.
One enemy
Maybe dismissing into the face of this Vice was not the smartest idea ever.
Wait, Chloe, can you not? Don't smoke instant. Let the wall pop and then smoke it. Third one. Okay.
Two mid. Oh no way, you hit me that low. Oh, that's cool.
One more mid.
Bottom B side.
I've got one spike.
Spike planted.
One spawn. Chamber spawn.
Die.
Brimstone's in the one.
Enemy spotted. B.
Fighting.
Still in sight. One enemy remaining.
How? What happened? Someone could plant.
Cutting their vision.
You think Belly is a good agent to play on Abyss? Yeah, she's really good. Like S tier. I really wanna like. You need to tell me like your sensitivity, DPI, and record one deathmatch with Handcam. I really wanna see what's going on there.
Fuck.
Rush him.
Come on.
Ha! We are finally going B in overtime. It took us 12 rounds on the attacker's side.
My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the easy W. Easiest round. They're gonna win this match right now only because of this play.
Can you smoke heaven?
But we need to use a Leer early on here because enemies like to do what? Peek B main early on.
Placing wall trap.
Still in sight.
Thanks God. Chamber didn't kill anyone.
On the box. He's on the box. He's synced.
Cutting their vision.
What the hell is this smoke right here? You really need to navigate your controllers more on the attacker's side. Hey guys, let's go B. Hey Clove, please give us a smoke on tower and smoke on CT. Thank you. Stairs, whatever.
Reloading. Crown.
Go get him, buddy. B. Shot my wingman.
Yeah, I don't know why you're running away. Whenever you have teammate playing this aggressively, you want to play with that timeout. You know? Like basically, you can simply play an off angle here, wait for that teammate to take a fight, then you pick up a fight. Or maybe you can be the first contact, trying to get this pick, and then baiting for Clove, and waiting for enemies to scale out and then picking together.
Crown.
Go get him, buddy. B. Shot my wingman.
Okay, spawn. You can go. One health.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, if Vice was not in the B-Link right now, I mean, I don't know. If she is not behind us, I don't know what she was doing this whole round, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, whenever you don't see an enemy for this long, that guys. Around the globe.
Damn. Gotcha. Oh wait, you hold on side. This.
Listen, man, like if you already want to start this passively on the A side, you might as well pick an off angle, for an example. You know? Why would you start at the backside if you want to play this passively? Just start here. Holding this position.
This too.
You go for one shot, one burst fire, reset yourself, and now you can fight from a default spot.
Yeah, 2A. Smoke that down.
You're nothing.
Just got Teo. Bro, Teo get like 32 kills, bro.
Listen, whenever you're playing against that Chamber and Jet, and you might have missed their utility users because of sound, be ready for the peak up there.
Chem mid. It was just Teo, eh?
Good one. Nice. 5v3, guys. We win this.
Yeah. Which on them? There was one mid.
Actually.
One mid.
Actually. 3 guys. We win this.
Yeah. Which on them? There's one mid. One mid.
Love got knifed.
I'm gonna go
One more
B.
minute, Bruce.
KP, KP.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Do you have spike?
In a 3v1, connect with one of your teammates and play together with him. Whoever you think has the highest chance of dying at that moment of time. We don't need mid control, we don't need A control, we don't need any control. We just wanna play safe and play a 3v1 retake.
Oh, your bastard, he came up main.
Yeah, we chill, we
Push
chill.
aside,
Let
push
him plant, let him plant. He's gonna plant backside.
Okay. Okay. Then listen, like, I really need to see, like, the other stuff that I mentioned. You know? Like, first of all, I don't know why you're playing in Reyna. Reyna right now is probably one of the worst duelists in the game, if not the worst, to be honest. Like, even ISO is 10 times better than this agent. But okay, if you want to work on your mechanics, sure, fine, you can do you. Anyways, he's like more of a Jet main than Reyna main. Please send me your sensitivity, send me the deathmatch with the hand cam, and then we're gonna talk about some problems and solutions. But when it comes to all of you other guys on the second YouTube channel, thank you for watching. I know this VOD review was not the most interesting one, and I'm not gonna lie, I cannot wait to play the last match of Deadlock before I go to vacation, so we kind of sped it up a bit. Yeah, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, all of that good stuff. And from Monday, we'll start with the regular streams again. And with a 5-stack coaching, playbook, and ranked grind on Wednesday. Yep. Thank you for watching. See ya next time. Bye-bye.